Today is Friday, October 4th. This is Noreen Johnson, and here are the good news headlines of the day. Former President Donald Trump said on Wednesday that his administration would absolutely revoke the temporary protected status for Haitian migrants living in Springfield, Ohio, and deport them back to their own country. Around 20,000 Haitian migrants have settled in Springfield in recent years, a spike in population that Trump said has caused the town of around 58,000 residents to be overrun. The Ohio town, located between Dayton and Columbus, has become the center of national media coverage after both Trump and his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, cited unconfirmed reports of Haitian migrants stealing and eating residents' pets. Some Springfield residents told the Daily Wire last month that they are concerned about the massive influx of Haitian migrants, with one person saying the city's police force is understaffed. Trump has promised to conduct the largest mass deportation operation in U.S. history if he's elected to another term in the White House. Under the Biden-Harris administration, illegal immigrant encounters along the U.S. southern border have reached record numbers, with around 10 million encounters reported by Customs and Border Enforcement. And then this, casting ballots in 2 different states carries a felony conviction, but lawmakers in Pennsylvania say few voters know about the consequences. While the crime is rare, according to the Department of State, it is still happening. Representative Jamie Flick said Tuesday he's compiled data that confirms various instances of voters casting ballots in Pennsylvania and Ohio. This report involves millions of voting records, and analyzing this data takes time to ensure accuracy. Republican legislators in Pennsylvania also cast doubts about the state's efforts to prevent double voting, noting that only half of eligible voters in America are tracked by the Electronic Registration Information Center, or ERIC, to compare voter rolls to prevent duplicate ballot casting. Flick said compiling Pennsylvania's data is also complex and tedious because each county provides voter information in a different format. The governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, is being urged to use executive action to tighten the system further. We'll see. Former First Lady Melania Trump spoke about her pro-abortion views in a short clip promoting her upcoming memoir, saying there is no room for compromise on the issue of women being allowed to abort their unborn children. Melania said she has held her pro-abortion views throughout her entire adult life, a break from her husband's pro-life record while he was in office. Her remarks on abortion come less than 5 weeks before the 2024 election, as Democrats are focusing on the issue to motivate their base. In her memoir, she writes this: "Why should anyone other than the woman herself have the power to determine what she does with her own body? A woman's fundamental right of individual liberty to her own life grants her the authority to terminate her pregnancy if she wishes." In his 2024 campaign, Trump has criticized a near total abortion ban in Arizona and a 6-week abortion limitation in Florida, arguing that the laws are too extreme. Melania said although her and her husband disagree on issues, she prefers to keep them private. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis slammed Vice President Kamala Harris this week for supporting the port strikes on the East Coast that threatened to bring the U.S. economy to its knees. Tens of thousands of dock workers who are members of the International Longshoremen's Association walked off the job at midnight Tuesday at ports along the East and Gulf coasts. In her only statement on this matter, Harris showed no regard for the billions of dollars a day in damage the strike is causing the U.S. economy. She claimed that this strike is about fairness and that the longshoremen, who play a vital role transporting essential goods across America, deserve a fair share of these record profits the shipping companies have seen. Governor DeSantis said this in response: "I think it's totally unacceptable to try to intentionally deprive people of the supplies they need to be able to rebuild their homes when they've been displaced at a natural disaster. We should be doing all we can. The federal government should be doing all they can to make sure all the supplies continue to come in here unabated." This week, the Biden-Harris administration announced their $750 aid package to suffering people in the most damaged of areas by the wake of Hurricane Helene. And then today, October 4th, we celebrate the feast day of St. Francis of Assisi. He was an Italian mystic, poet, and Catholic friar who founded the religious order of the Franciscans. He is commonly portrayed wearing a brown habit with a robe tied around his waist, featuring 3 knots symbolizing the 3 Franciscan vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. One of the most venerated figures in Christianity, Francis was canonized by Pope Gregory IX in 1228. St. Francis, pray for us. And those are your daily good news headlines. This is Catholics for Catholics. May God bless you, and may God bless the USA.